stuff. So that was really interesting. And working on the movie was absolutely fantastic. Other than it was Canada, we were up in Pemberton, freezing cold, and I had to wear a hospital gown the whole time. It was not as fun doing that, but I love David Duchovny. He's a wonderful man, and just great to be on set with, and a big jokester, so that's fun. And Chris Carter and Frank Spotnik and all those people were very accommodating to me and really helped me and taught me a lot shooting while I was shooting the movie, so loved it. Go ahead.
First of all, I absolutely loved you, Supernatural, and it was so neat to see you come back.
Thank you.
I was just wondering, did you know, did you anticipate that you were going to be able to come back, and what was it like to finally be able to play Meg Master herself versus Meg as the diva?
Oh, good question. And what was the first one again?
Did you anticipate that you were going to be able to come back to the show after Meg had died?
Did I expect to?
Did you know that you were going to come back?
You know, it was something that I had talked to Kim Manners about, and Kripke, and we had discussed whether or not I would come back, and at the time I was kind of doing other projects as well. I'd done a movie with Halle Berry, and so I was working a lot, but I love the show. Jared and Jensen are just, I think, the nicest guys to work with, so I'll do anything for them. So we discussed, yeah, that I would go back, but we just didn't really know how the storyline would work. And so I kind of just said, well, when you figure that out, you let me know, and I'll be there. So I always knew there was a possibility, I just didn't know when or how. And the second question was very good, because it's interesting. It was much different, and I thought about it before I shot it, and I thought, well, I want to bring something that's also very real into her, since now it's actually her, and something different. But it helped because I look much different, so I didn't have to worry about it. But it was nice to be able to give her a human quality and a person who, she was still angry, but that anger came from her, as opposed to before, the anger came from the demon. So it was nice. It doesn't. I'm leaving.
I tell you what, God, I hadn't really realized you're really petite. When you were doing the physical scenes with Jensen on that second episode of this season, what was it like filming with guys? Well, all three of them, with guys so much bigger than you, and doing all this kind of battlesuit stuff.
Oh, well, let me tell you a little story. Last time when I shot this last episode, it was the first day I hadn't been back in a while, and it was the first day I was back on set, and I was doing my scene with Jared, and I don't know, he was yapping in the corner about something. And I said, come here. And he walked over to me and said, because we had to do the scene, I said, turn around. And he goes, yes ma'am, and turned around. And the director said, you can come back anytime you want. So, I don't know. It's not difficult because, they are really great guys. And they do a lot of the work, for me. I just have to be able to sell it, and it takes concentration between, whichever one I'm working at the time, between the both of us. For me, when I throw a punch, I have to make sure that I'm throwing it short, and he's got to make sure that he accepts it as if I hit him. So it's kind of a very give and take, kind of like a dance, and it's choreographed out before we start. But I still could beat him up, it doesn't matter.
You talked about how you were like, just as soon as you work out how to bring you back, just let me know. I don't know if you were aware, but in a lot of these kind of conventions, they would ask, is there anyone that you want to work with again? And Jared and Jensen without fail, they usually mention you. Have you heard that before? And is that flattering? And,
of course they said, yeah, of course they said me. I told you I've heard them both. They're scared of me, are you kidding? Yeah, I did hear that, and it was very sweet to hear that. because they're both, you know, my favorites too that I've worked with, and both of them are Texas boys, and I'm an Oklahoma girl, and so you know, we kind of grew up in the same sort of cultural part of the world, and so we kind of all three get each other. I feel like they're just two big brothers. And you know, like I said, I would do anything for them, come on the show whenever, and always be there to support them. And I'm very flattered that they said that, but I think they should be more flattered that I said it about them. But don't tell them I said that.
Hi, so speaking of the other episode, how was it just to be able to be back on the show and just being able to beat up Sam?
It's fun because it's so easy. That's the thing. It's just, I just go into work and, you know, and it's a playful day. And I think at this point, Meg Masters is so easy for me that, you know, I kind of can do it in my sleep. And so it's just a fun day at work, you know. It's like a playground. You get to go and kick around two really good-looking guys, and that's my day. It's a rough job that someone's going to do.
Hi.
Hi.
Wow, this is loud. Other people have been asking this, the other actors. Pranks. Did the boys pull any on you?
No, I'm way too smart.
Did you pull any on them?
I just don't think it's a fair fight. Thank you. Anyone else?
Hi. I've asked this of all the new guests that have come back, and we're here because we're all fans and we really thank you so much for coming.
Well, thank you guys.
But I was wondering, did you have a fangirl moment with?
Who I had a fangirl moment with?
Yeah. Who made you lose capacity for English?
Oh, that I did that with. You know, I tell you, I had like two actually. A woman actress, or does it matter if it's a male? I can't hold myself back. I love David Duchovny. I don't think there's a sexier man alive. And I had to control myself when it first came on. I was like, oh my God. And I was so mad because I was playing this, you know, abducted victim, and I had the blood on my face and the old hospital gown, and every time you come on set, I'd be like trying to put on lipstick, and they're like, so yeah, that was my big one. And Bruce Willis was another one. I remember the day that they told me that I got the role on Perfect Stranger, and I was in New York having lunch, and I got a call and said, you know, Bruce would like to meet you down at the offices. He's coming to town and he wanted to meet with me. And it was just out of the blue, you know, and so here I'm like jumping on the subway to get to meet him in time, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, 2 hours ago I was just sitting and having my lunch, and now I'm rushing to meet Bruce Willis, you know. And he walked in and he said, Nikki, and he put his arms out, a big hug, and I was like, I'm gonna hug Bruce Willis. So that's fun. So,